everybody.
Woo! Yes.
Another week.
We made it on. We made it on.
And so happy to see all these wonderful smiling chat faces.
You see faces?
Well, I see chat.
Oh, you see chat. You see
happy.
faces?
They seem happy.
Okay. Y'all happy.
I see emojis.
Y'all are happy.
I see emojis.
Yes. Yes.
Well, you know what, guys? This week we decided we were going to do something a little different.
Yeah.
I know we talk about games.
Yeah.
And we talk about addiction to games.
Yeah.
And all the other things.
Too much.
Yeah, got too many games.
Yeah. No, never too many games. No, never too many games.
But, you know, we talked to some people, and then also we looked at our own experience, and we were wondering if it's the rule books and the rules that keep people from venturing into our hobby.
Yeah.
I think scares some people.
Definitely.
And I want to talk about that with you guys and get your opinion on rules and rule books. And then we'll share some of the stories that we have about rules and rule books and people we talk to.
Yes.
But before we get into all that, for those of you who don't know us, I'm Starla.
I'm Mick.
And we are our
Family
Plays
Games.
Games.
Woo! Who don't know us?
Okay.
Well, there's a few that don't, so they need to find out.
And we have the shouty man, as you guys call him, in full effect.
What? Where? Hey.
You just yelled at him.
I'm always in full effect.
You just yelled at him.
I'm the extra that needs to be extra.
Well, everybody, let's see who was first in the chat
Who was
this
first?
week. Monica.
Yes.
Now, Monica, I got a question for you.
What? Leave our Viking alone.
I just watched this documentary called The Rebel Royals.
Okay, yeah, that's
and
the
Monica,
documentary, yeah.
I did not know that your princess, and God, I can't think of her name right now. I think it's Monica. Martha was married to an American shaman.
The black dude.
Black shaman,
The black
American
dude. Yeah.
shaman.
They didn't like that.
I didn't hear about that until I saw the documentary yesterday.
Yeah, Princess Martha and Shaman Durek.
A shaman.
A shaman.
That don't
Princess
sound
Martha.
right.
Well, you know what? love comes in different forms. You know,
Yeah, it does.
To each his own.
Yes.
But I thought it was interesting. But what really hit home was when they were planning the wedding, just the beauty of Norway. My goodness, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is beautiful, Monica.
Yeah.
You are living in a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes.
I would love to see it with my own two eyes and be there physically, and maybe one day I will. But that's it. You didn't tell us. I wish you had told us. I guess I don't really have a question, but
it's a beautiful place, though.
No, I was talking about the couple, but Martha stepped down from her royal duties. But regardless, it's just beautiful.
Yes.
So you live in a great place. So anyway, let's move on from that.
Yes.
Monica was first in the chat.
Yeah.
Second in the chat, we have Mimi. Hey, Mimi.
What's up, Mimi?
Yeah.
Mimi letting us know what games she playing and stuff. Yeah.
Next in the chat was Andrea Collins. Hey, Andrea. Next, Ivan Jimenez. Ivan, everybody, welcome to the show.
What's up?
Who else do we have in the chat?
Who we got?
Hey, Blaine. Blaine, we know you sent us something.
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about it this week.
Yeah, we got what you said. Thank you so much, but we're going to hold off till what do we get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Marnie, how are you? I hope you're not overdoing down there. Marnie's fixing her floors.
She doing stuff?
She's doing stuff all by herself. That girl's doing things.
Okay.
Hey, Arwen.
Arwen, what's up?
Welcome to the show, Monica and Arwen.
Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Ulrich, welcome to the show.
Ooh.
Who else? Amanda Panda.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Before she goes off on her other show.
Yes,
her
Amanda.
Show.
Yes.
Make sure you go.
After we're done, y'all go check out Amanda.
Y'all make sure y'all go.
And JJ, he said he's in Texas.
JJ said hello from Texas.
JJ, what you
doing
in Texas? And
What's
where are you in Texas?
That's right. Red Lover.
Hey, Red Lover, welcome to the show.
Mr. Coaster, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Coaster.
Long time no see.
So happy to see everybody in the chat.
Your Marnie there.
I said hi.
Okay.
I just talked about our floors.
Oh, okay.
You don't listen to me.
I listen. It just goes by. So much going on.
Oh, my goodness.
There's so much
Did
going on.
I not just talk about our floor?
It's
Anyway,
just so much going on. What's up, Lori?
Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Marnie says she finished her floor.
Yes.
All right. Send me pics.
Yes, I saw pictures.
Yeah, but
you told me one.
Yeah, but what I've seen, so she said she was going to do some other stuff. What I've seen so far looks great. Hey,
Hey,
Menard.
Lori, what's
so
up?
we got Lori Larkins and Lori Menard.
Yes.
Welcome to the show,
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
All right, so before we get into all of our talk about rules.
Ooh, I like that. I like that bounce. I like the bounce. I bounced. I like the bounce. Yeah.
Why do you always do it mid-sentence? Why can't you let me finish my
sentence? Because I want to come in like breaking news. I want to come in like breaking news.
And
I gotta come in like breaking news. You know how shows going on and people just all joy and talking and stuff, and then boom. Breaking news.
I haven't had enough coffee for
breaking
this
news.
Morning, so
boom.
I'll be
breaking
drinking
news.
coffee during the show because I didn't get my coffee.
You gotta have some of that boom breaking news.
Yeah, I just had some.
Yes, you gotta have that. Okay, family. All right, this is what I got. Now listen to this, y'all. This is wild. Asmodee, the huge conglomerate that's eating up every game company that we know so far. Now they did a census-wide survey. They did 8,001 person. Isn't that crazy? 8,001 people across the U.S., UK, France, and Sweden. And they did this July 7th through the 24th.
Yeah.
It says, some of the highlights of the survey says that 25% of those folk play weekly.
Oh, okay.
Play weekly.
Okay.
64% use games to bring family together, like we did.
Yes.
Like we did. Mm-hmm. And 53 use them as escapism from heavy news. And it's 65% in the U.S. And we need that every minute, because every minute something going on. At this point, every 10 seconds, like, oh, something's going on. So we need that. Now, millennials, this is the big one. Millennials, who are 29 to 44, are the most enthusiastic. They report the highest joy during play. That's 41%. And say that games about they game about as often as they consume the news.
Okay.
So but this is just a small snapshot of a big population, 8,001. I want to know who that one is. There's just one person that snuck in.
But Mr. Coaster said you need a minimum of 8,002 surveys to really be a respectable survey. Why only 8,001? What are they hiding?
What are they hiding? We need one more.
Hey, Cody Kirby, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Esther,
what's up?
welcome from Seattle. Welcome to the show.
Oh, come on. You just at the right time. Come on. Come on.
But she didn't want the kids
I
to
know.
be
I don't want to
tormented.
disturb folk.
You torment her kids all the time.
Yes, you
Say
know.
Say hi to Zach and Nora.
Hey. Now, it says, so I guess, well, Ms. Coach, we got to take this with a grain of salt. Like always, you take surveys with a grain of salt. But it kind of tracks what we see is that, people, game nights are thriving. We just got to get more people into it. Mm-hmm. And that's why we keep talking. Mm-hmm. We went to a gala the other day for this organization, nonprofit organization. We tell them, hey, we want to do some gaming with y'all. Bring some stuff in. So, yeah, we're trying to do that.
Hey, Deadpan, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, Deadpan? What's going on? All right, now this next story is, I didn't know this was around.
Okay.
And it's wild. Okay, now, this guy named John, I don't know his last name he's Hawaiian. And his last name will kill me, so I don't even want to try. It's John something. But he is helped reviving this game called Kunan. It's a game called Kunan that is native to Hawaii. Oh. And it says here that it's a century-old Hawaiian strategy game once suppressed after the 1893 overthrow of the Hawaiian kingdom. Oh. So, the colonials, us, came in, United States. No, not us. United States back then. United States back then, not us.
We are not colonials.
We're not colonials. The United States back then came through, acted a fool, and tried to destroy this game. Yeah. So this one guy named John is trying to bring it back. Mm-hmm. And you say, what is this game? Well, think checkers and Go. The Chinese, I think it's Chinese Go game. Okay. So it's Chinese and Go. It's a board that is full of alternating stones, black and white. Okay. And you have to jump orthogonally to capture the different stones, your opponent's stones. Okay. And the winner is the last player who can move. If you can legally move, and you're the last one to do it, you win. Mm. So it's a very big strategy game.
Hey, Cora Lou, welcome to the show.
How you doing? Now, it's kind of beyond tactics because it's cultural.
You know what the game is?
Oh, yeah, Kunan. It's Konane.
Already.
Yeah. And now some people say, I was trying to look it up, and one person, was talking about it, and they asked their wife, hey, where'd you find this game from? And you know where she found the game from? An old episode of Hawaii 5-0. It was on an old episode of Hawaii 5-0.
Because looking at it, it's also considered to be called Hawaiian chess.
Hawaiian chess.
Or Hawaiian checkers.
And it's really interesting. And the guy, John, and this was in Rolling Stones, y'all, so it's big. He's really trying to bring it back because it was trying to be destroyed. And, a lot of, Hawaiians are trying to bring back their culture really hard. Mm-hmm. So...
we talked about this. Every culture plays games.
Yes, every culture plays games.
Every culture from way back. People were playing games, making up games. So gaming is just part of a human...
Hey, Reggie, what's going on with you?
Hey, Reggie. It's just part of human life.
Yes.
We love to play and have fun.
Yes. Now, hey, Reggie, we saw you with Chaz Marla. See, I knew you were doing something with him that other Sunday, so we saw you. I said, oh, what are you doing? But that's cool you on the show.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Rolling Reggie.
That was cool. So, so that is Kunan. Okay. And I want to try Kunan.
Yeah.
I want to try Go, too.
Yeah, we should try
I want to try Go. I want to do that, too, so I want to check that out. All right, so last thing. All right, here we go. Let me wipe my nose and get ready.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right. In the Atlantic.
Okay.
The big Atlantic.
Are we talking about the water? Or
No.
The
paper.
The paper.
Yeah,
okay.
the news, the magazine, the Atlantic. It was a guy who wrote an article that said we should be board game psychopaths. Yes.
Who, hobbyists?
No, psychopaths. Board game psychopaths.
Well, you guys already are.
We should be.
Yeah, we should be.
About hobbyists should be?
Yeah, all hobbyists. All people that play board games should be
Okay.
Board game psychopath.
It's a sociopath, actually.
A sociopath. Excuse me, sociopath.
Hey, Matthew
Not much better,
Rose.
though.
Yeah,
Welcome to
sociopath.
the show. Hey, Anthony Estrada.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to the show.
What's up? You're not late. You're not late. So it says board game sociopath. So, and they said it's okay to do that. This guy says it's okay to do that. Now he explains that many of us get extra schemy in some of the games. You know, like Kunan, you know, other games we get a little extra schemy. You know, we get a little mean. We get a little mean.
Okay, whoa.
What?
Matthew,
What?
you're doing too much, Matthew.
What are you doing?
Matthew, he wanted to be first in the chat. He said, I posted in the chat 25 hours ago when the upcoming video was first posted. Not sure what happened to my chat, but it just goes to show I know people. No, that's not true.
That's not
All right,
true.
Monica,
That's
your
true.
number one title's gone.
What, you striked it?
I'm taking it away. Matthew took it. Coralie said, legit at Matthew, I saw it, but for some reason I thought yesterday was Sunday and couldn't figure out why the show hadn't started yet until I realized I was a dead head.
You're a dead head,
But I
Coralie.
did see you in the chat. All right, Matthew, I got to give it to you. You were number one. I don't really check the chat. That's something that Grant does. And so if something kind of falls off for the next day, he may have missed it. But thank you for checking it out when the video came out.
Yes,
We
dude,
appreciate
thank
that.
you. Now, it also says that since we can be sociopaths during gameplay, it says experts say games are a safe sandbox to role play that behavior of of being a sociopath.
Yeah.
And the real skills that stick are reading people and communicating.
Yeah.
You get to read people and communicate, which apparently I'm not doing that well because I don't win too many games. I'm not doing that very well. I don't know what she might be doing a little bit, so I don't know. So, translation is bring the spice to the table and keep the love off the table.
Okay, yeah.
Keep the love off.
Okay.
Blood on the table.
Yeah, that's kind of how
And
we
keep
play.
the love off.
Yeah.
No love.
No. Mm-mm.
Blood.
That's right.
Right here on the table. That's how we do it.
Don't give an inch.
Don't give an inch.
Don't care if you're married to them or not.
Yeah, that's how it
Don't
go,
care
y'all.
if they're your child.
That's how it go.
Or sibling.
That's how it go.
Don't give them an inch.
Don't give them an inch. See how she play?
Competitive.
See how she play, y'all. You see how Starla plays. It's always
The article even says, I used to play a lot of werewolf back when I had roommates, and I flatter myself that I got pretty good at navigating the many layers of deception and manipulation involved. The werewolves lie, but villagers also sometimes lie to try to catch someone else in a lie. And then it just continues, some of my friends hate this game, the lying stresses them out, or they don't like conflict. But what can I say? I love to betray my friends.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Okay, I don't know if I go that far.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but so but in a lot of deduction games and stuff, you gotta lie.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't like to lie.
Yeah.
You know, like family Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah.
In the game Sheriff of Nottingham, you have to lie.
Yeah.
You can't get around it. You can't move under it. You gotta lie. And a lot of people don't like that game and told me, oh, I just can't play that, Mick. I can't play that game, Mick, because I don't want to lie. I can't lie. I hate lie. Like, come on. Stop it.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't like Sheriff of Nottingham when we first played it because I really wasn't into deduction games. But again, we're talking 10 years ago, and I was frustrated with it because I didn't like people lying to me. I wanted to, because it was, I didn't know what deduction was. Now I've played a lot of deduction games.
Yes.
I understand the concept of not being truthful.
Yes.
And so now, I can play it now, but I didn't like Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah. Go back. Arwen said, I'll blame y'all when I crush Allie next time. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, do not
You
crush. Do not crush Allie.
And crush her. Crush her. You be crushing me.
Oh, I know. I like Allie though.
Crush her.
You said I like Allie though.
Hey.
Okay, Arwen.
Well,
okay.
see, like,
I gotta
when
be
we
fair.
saw Arwen crush me at Grand Covenant, I got crushed. She crushed
it's
me.
competition.
Yeah.
If Allie has to go, she has to
She
go.
gotta go.
But just know it didn't come from me, Allie. It did not. It came from me. No.
I'm telling you gotta do it.
JJ said, Mick, you won because you said you don't win. You won when you let all that madness in.
Yes,
But-
the madness of deep regrets, madness. Oh, I got I got a chance to really think about playing that again because I want to. Because I want to see if I can do the madness again and win.
Yeah.
Because that's the key, y'all. In deep regrets, you gotta be crazy.
It is not.
You have to
It
be
is not.
crazy.
He
Yes, you do.
lucked up on
No,
a win. That's
no.
not the key.
You gotta be crazy,
play the
y'all.
game and be safe.
You gotta be nuts to win. Yes.
Thank you, Marty. Marty said, I'm a formidable player.
Yes. Yes.
Monica said, I have just made a blog post about what you can do as a solo gamer that might not work as well in multiplayer. I might be a tiny bit of a sociopath playing solo.
Yeah, you can be a sociopath playing solo.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Yeah, I think you can.
All right, good.
Yeah.
We have some more. Let's see.
What is that? We got some more? Corlu.
Well, first, Marty said she's going to watch Monica's video.
Okay.
It's
All
actually
right.
a blog post.
Oh, it's a blog post.
blog
Okay, she's going to
post.
watch a blog post.
Yeah.
Blaine said, I usually join 20 to 15 minutes before showtime. Not the least bit worried about what rank I have achieved when I show up. Life calls me to do other things too.
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
I mean, you know,
Yeah,
wherever.
yeah.
But,
But
we're happy to see
Corlu?
people come in.
No, not that one.
Which one?
That one. Corlu said, laugh aloud. I have seen a live play where someone told the truth the entire time and ended up winning Sheriff of Nottingham. Really?
Well, because people didn't believe them.
Yeah, that's true.
You can
That's
tell
true.
the truth, but sometimes
Yeah.
people won't believe you.
Because people think you're going to lie in Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yes.
They think you're going to lie. You know, like, what's in that bag? What is in your bag? And some people be lying, so yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Monica, Audrey said JJ is a liar.
Dang!
Audrey,
Just called out
Stop being
JJ!
mean to JJ.
Just straight up JJ!
And then Monica said, I suck at lying, but I won the game of Sheriff of Nottingham and also Skulls and Roses against 5 big old guys.
Now Skulls, you gotta try to lie
But is
too.
it Skulls or Skulls and Roses? Oh,
No,
that's the game, isn't it?
Oh, it's
is it Skulls and Roses?
I thought Skulls you gotta
maybe so, I'm
kind of
not
tell
sure.
a story. Yeah, Skulls I know. Skulls and Roses, is that Skull and Roses? But I know Skulls you have
and
to.
Roses is a different game from what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but Skulls I know you gotta
yeah,
do some lying too.
So Anthony said, solo sociopathy is fully acceptable.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right.
But I think you're thinking of the reboot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
he's thinking
thinking
about
of.
that one,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm
Skulls.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skull. Yeah.
All right.
But that's all I got. That's all.
All
that's
right,
all I
everybody,
got.
before we get into this discussion
Yes.
about, is it the rules?
Yeah, well,
Is
we
it
gotta
the
see.
rules?
We gotta see. We gotta talk
Is it?
about it.
Before
We gotta
get
talk
into
about
that,
it.
we have
Yes.
2 sponsors this week, Lucky Duck Games and KTBG.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't
We'll
go
be right
anywhere,
back.
y'all. Don't.
Bring excitement to your game night with games from Kids Table Board Gaming. Explore their catalog of fun, family-friendly games such as Creature Comforts and Maple Valley. Then check out their latest titles such as Cafe Barras, Lairs, and Maki Master. KTBG makes casual games for serious gamers and serious games for casual gamers. So which are you? Find out at kidstablebg.com. Welcome to the Lucky Duck Games universe, home to exciting titles like Tariki Castaway Island, Captain Obvious, My Shelfie the Dice Game, Kingdom Rush, Quartz the Dice Game, and many, many more. Lucky Duck Games brings endless fun and entertainment for you, your family, and friends. With an unmatched selection of games, upgrades, and accessories, there's something for everyone. Feeling lucky? Dive into their full collection at luckyduckgames.com.
Yes.
All right.
You have to love Lucky Duck
Yes.
because I got to do Dark Quarter.
Yeah.
I got to do Dark Quarter so I can go into evil New Orleans
Okay.
in the 80s. You know, the 80s was wild, so I got to go in the 80s. So I'm going to do that one. I'm going to have to do it solo. I don't have a problem with that. But then also, we just received from KTBG, Nana Toridori.
Yes.
The Bird Game. The Bird Game. We got this. Thank you so much for KTBG for bringing it. So now we can play with the birds. Yes, we can. We can play with the birds because we got to form our flock. So now, Nana Toridori, we got it. Yeah,
Ready to
so
play.
definitely check it out. This is the newest one.
Yes.
This is one of the newest ones. So definitely check it out. Yes, yes, yes.
All right, so got a lot of discussions going on right now, but let's get into this topic.
Yes.
Is it the rules? So what do you think?
I think it is the rules a little bit because the rules sometimes keep people from coming in. Because the first thing we see, especially in African Americans, sometimes they say, "Oh, I don't want to do no rules.
Yeah.
I don't want to read no rules. I don't want to see it. It's just too long." Stop it! Stop it! You can get past the rules. You can.
And I think
You can get past them.
the reason why I brought this up, I was watching. Actually, I watched the movie last night. Had the same thing, and I know we always talk about we're trying to get more people of color
Yes.
involved in the hobby.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's hard to get people of color involved because they're used to playing games that they've played since childhood.
Yes.
That's why Monopoly and Uno and all those games are so popular. And then also, especially in the African American community, spades and what's the other one? Gin.
Yes.
Or bid whist and all those. Those are popular because you learn those games one time.
And you can just play it.
And you just play
same
it
rules.
forever. It's
Same
just almost
rules.
like they say when you ride a bike. Even if you haven't rode a long time, you can get back on and start riding because you remember it. It's that mind memory that you're flexing. But
Yeah.
sometimes we introduce games to people, especially when we go to spaces that are not filled with hobbyists. When
Yes.
we go out into the regular community,
Yes.
the first thing people want to know is, is it hard to learn?
Yes.
And we actually did an event last year in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And a nice little couple came up to us and we were trying to sell them some games.
Yes.
And the guy said, "We'll buy both of them if you'll teach me how to play."
Mm-hmm.
So I had to actually leave our little area, our little booth, and I went over, and Grant came over and helped me as well. And we taught them how to play. I
Yeah.
think it was No Thanks and Grant, what was the other?
Flip 7.
Flip 7.
They really like Flip 7.
And they bought them.
Yeah.
Because we sat there and we taught them how to play.
Yes.
And I really think that sometimes the rules can be daunting. Because they're even daunting for me. I don't want to read them. Hey, Lynette Casey, welcome to the show. I don't want to read them. So, as you guys know, Mick is our rules guy. But lately, or should I say as of late, he don't want to read rule books.
It's hard sometimes. Because some of these rule books be kind of crazy, y'all. Crazy. So, I like Devere games. I do. But sometimes Devere, you got to work on your rule books, baby.
Yeah.
Work on your rule books because Transgalactica was not happy. That was not a happy rule book. No, it was not.
Mimi said, "I don't mind the rule books except if they are not thorough and you have to try to find the answers elsewhere, like going to BGG to find more info."
Now, see, that's what gets me. It's a shame, y'all. It's shame, family, when BGG is just the norm. That if a game don't have good rules, you go to BGG. Now, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Now, how you go? Just go to BGG.
Well, I mean, you gotta have.
That's almost like a rule book in itself.
But you gotta have other references and forums where you can find people who have run across the same problems you've run across and help you find the answers. Because even though publishers try their best to give us a good rule book, a lot of times they fall short.
Yeah, and you be like, "What is this card right here?" And it's nowhere in the rule book, so you got to go to BGG, and they're going to designer tell you about that card. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You need to remember. You got to put that in there beforehand.
Okay, I got two here. Anthony said, and Cora Lou is on the same page. He said, "I don't mind reading rule books, but I really don't like the reading bad rule books."
This was in response to what Mimi said here.
Okay. And then Cora Lou said,
You can read this one.
Yeah.
I read that one.
Okay.
And so let's go to Cora Lou said, "To be fair, some companies are great at writing rule books.
Yes.
Others companies are a mess."
Yes. That is so true. There's
some other ones up
That is so
here.
true.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, Laurie Menard, not a fan of rule book. Most make no sense, are vague. I really rely on content creators. And so do we.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Sometimes they are vague. And here's the problem with Mick and I. When we're learning a new game, you can find one little hiccup. And that one hiccup will stop everything.
Everything.
Because you're trying to figure out, well, how does this work? And so then I start asking a bunch of questions because it's like, well, I don't understand this one little thing. And so then Mick has to do exactly what you do. We either find a content creator who's teaching, like Rodney Smith.
Who you say put you to sleep?
He does, but
That's cold.
I mean, he can break it down for you.
Yeah, he can break it
or
down.
Or he'll find a forum.
Yeah.
Or he'll go to BGG.
Yeah.
A lot of times, we have a privilege that a lot of people don't have, that we can go straight to the publisher or to the designer.
Yeah.
And we've had to do that, especially when we're learning new games, you know, for our previews and playthroughs, things that haven't even made it to the market. You talk about bad rule books.
Woo.
Those are the ones that we're stuck with, that they're still working on the rule book.
Yeah, when they say rule book work in progress, you're like, oh, no.
I sure made it. Hi, Shaw from Neon Yellow Games.
What's going?
He said, oh my God, a rule book can make or break a game easily.
Yes.
I can make a whole video essay about this topic.
Yes.
That's why we're talking about it.
That's why we're talking about it. That's why we're talking about
Mimi
it.
said Rodney Smith is one of my sources. Yes.
You know,
he's good.
it's Rodney Smith, and then the guy from Gaming Rules. I go to him. I mean, it's a lot of them that teach that you have to go to. You got to find, because somebody on the internet or YouTube did a video, and then you have some like DeVere. They do their own games. Now, I wish they could find a good English speaker sometimes, but they try. They try. But DeVere does how to play games, videos, and then some others do. So I do appreciate that.
And I really think all publishers should invest.
Yes.
And doing the how to play themselves.
Yes.
Get your designer to sit there and explain how to play this game.
Yes.
Because that's going to be a barrier to entry in this hobby, that we can't get people past gateway games because the other games, the midweight and heavyweight games, are just too much with the rule book. It's too much.
Too much.
And so we'll find people that's sticking with gateway games because the rule books are easier to learn and the gameplay is simple. And not that people can't comprehend it, but if you don't know the rules, you can't play the game.
Because I think they fall back, a lot of people fall back on that, that kind of like life lesson of like, I played Uno 1,001 times.
And I know Uno.
And I know Uno, so they try to find those games. So I played this 1,000. I played Monopoly. I played Monopoly. Come on, Mick. Come on. I can't play Monopoly. Did I get it out, Starling? Did I get it out?
Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you something.
Those people that play that game, they think they know it. They don't really know it, but they think they know it, and they put house rules and all this type of stuff in there, and they just convolute the game, and they think that's the game they're gonna play.
But what they do know gets them through the game.
Yes.
And even if they add house rules, they're okay with it so that they can get through the game. Because if you have that one little hiccup, it just stops all the gameplay.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know how to get from point A to point B, you can't get to C, D, and E.
And see, that's why they want to play those old games and stuff like Sorry and Checkers and Connect Four. That's cool. It's easy.
Hey, Grant, scroll up really quickly. Right here. Anthony Estrada said, "Rule books just themselves heavily contribute to the reason why I feel I have to learn a game." Myself way before teaching to others. Yes. Always. We have to learn a game before we can sit down and talk to you even about a preview.
Yes.
Even if it's a preview, we have to play that game so that we can intelligently tell you about the game. We have to.
Yes.
Let's see.
Because like that episode.
Which one, Greg? Arva said, having someone who can make that linkage to the childhood games and suggest something similar with a little twist, so very powerful. I feel like y'all are great at it.
Thank you. We try to do that. We try. Thank you so much.
So sweet.
Thank you.
Corlu says, so what you're saying is you have to make learning a new game part of the school curriculum. Well, you know what? Teaching kids how to read instructions. Because, a rule book almost is like a recipe for cooking. You got to know how to read it and how to understand it and how to apply it. And that could be a problem. Because, let's say reading is fundamental. People have to be able to read and read for comprehension. And these rule books make you do that.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's why I would say games can be very educational. Mm-hmm. Like you always love to say, sneak the education in.
Sneak a little education in there.
Yeah.
But like a game that we did a playthrough on that you'll see soon, and we really like the game. You know, it looked crazy.
Yeah.
The rule book looked like, oh God, this is great.
Yeah.
And then we had to get the designer to come on and show us the game.
Yeah.
After we got the rules, we were on.
And the crazy thing
we were
is,
on.
The rule book didn't seem to be so hard to read because it had lots of
It was
pictures
work in progress
and all this
too, though.
stuff.
Yeah.
It is a work in progress.
Yeah.
But we found one little hiccup, and we were like, okay, we can't play the game. We don't know how to do this one step. This one step will break the whole game if we don't figure it out.
Yes.
So we were able to get the designer on Zoom, and we got a chance to learn it. But I want to go back to something before we get into this.
Before you get to that, you know, talking about that one hiccup, that was what was this one? Right? What was that? That one Sankori. Remember that one hiccup?
Yeah.
That we had, now Sankori is from Osprey Games. It is a heavy game. It's heavy.
And you got to know.
Yes, you got to know every little bit
step
of that game. And we had one big hiccup. It could be small, but it messed up the whole game.
Well, I know the
messed the whole
publishers
game.
and designers are giving us these thick, huge rule books.
Yes.
So trying to answer everyone's question, but they need to rely more on giving you cheat sheets that, you know, what is it called? Rule books for dummies or something like that. They should have one of those in there that kind of slows it down. But I got to go back to a point I was making. You saw that Mick was having trouble saying the word monopoly. It's just hard for him to get out of his throat.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you how embarrassing my husband is.
What?
We were at a gala.
Yes.
Just a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And they happened to mention the game Monopoly.
It was on that video.
Yes, they mentioned Monopoly, and my husband screamed out at the table.
It was hard, y'all. It was hard to take that these young children are subjecting themselves to that game. It was hard to take. It was hard to take.
It was embarrassing.
It was hard to take, y'all.
The people at the table, this was from Mick's job. Everybody at his job knows that we do board gaming.
Yeah.
Because we've done it for them. We've done, 3 or 4 team building days at his job.
Yeah.
So everybody at his job and at our table, they know him. But we're in a room with about 200 people. And these other people are like, what is wrong with this dude? It was embarrassing.
I heard the name. And then they did Uno too.
They did Uno. And he yelled out that yes, Marty, yes. Embarrassing.
I did not scream that loud though. I didn't do that loud.
We got looks.
We got looks?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't know because I had my head down. I was like,
All right. Back to the rules. I'm missing comments.
Matthew Rose has sent a question in through Q&A. He said, do you agree that the rule book should treat me like I've never played a board game in my life? Or should it assume you have some board gaming experience?
It depends on the level of game that you're playing. Mm-hmm. You know, the heavy ones, they should assume that you know you can play some games, but they still need to be detailed and concise with the detail. And then a medium game, there should be a little bit of more explanation. And then an easy game, the gateway, they got to act like you don't know what a game is, at all.
But I think there should be a player aid in all games, regardless of the level.
And enough player aids for everybody.
That gives you enough information to try to understand the game. Because if the player aid is done well, you can go back to the rule book to clarify things from the player aid.
Yes.
But if you don't have the player aid that's telling you step by step, and that's what I look for. Step by step, what do I have to do?
Yes.
First of all, to win the game. That's the first thing I want to know.
Yeah, that's what she asked people. She said, how do I win this game? That's Starla's first question. Okay, thank you, but how I win the game? I'm like, dang, he can't even get past talking about...
Yeah, because if you're sitting here giving me 100 rules, I've already fallen asleep in my mind at rule number 5.
You fell asleep in your mind?
Yeah, because my eyes have already glossed over when you're at rule 5. And I was like, okay,
that is true. She glossed over.
So after I decided to gloss over, in order for me to make any sense of what's going on, my question is, how do I win?
How do you win?
And then when you tell me how I win, now I can kind of backtrack and say, okay, that's why this makes sense. But give me the win conditions. Yeah. How I get to the win.
How do you get to the win? That's a shame.
Grant has some more.
Go ahead, Starla.
Cora Lou, I'm finding that as our society gets more ADD, people don't want to sit and go through a rule book. Yeah. They want instant download of how to play, like in the Matrix.
Well, I think that's why everybody wants to see, a video, and that's why a lot of rule books, like on the first or second page, they have that QR code so you can go to a video to see it. Because a lot of publishers say, they don't want to read the rules, so let me just have something where you just go to a content creator and just get it from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashe says, Shaw from the Yellow Games, the game that makes me so sad is that the rule book is so bad is Vampires the Masquerade Rivals.
Oh.
He said, I love the World of Darkness, but the rule book is hilariously bad.
Oh, I don't want that then. I don't want to see that one
I
then.
hate that.
Ooh.
I mean, because you know what I think too? I think a lot of designers and publishers are writing from their vantage point.
Yes.
And should be writing from our vantage point,
Yes.
where we don't know this game. You know it, you created it, you published it. I don't know this game.
No.
So you need to write it so I can understand it.
Yes.
And another thing about rule books, I love it when a publisher puts pictures in. Give me a picture
Yes,
of
true.
what that
Yeah.
board should look like
Yeah.
when I'm at this point.
Yes.
Give me a picture.
Yes. So Blaine said, I saw a novice designer who was trying to crowd share help cutting his 120-page rulebook down to 80
Ooh.
for a two-player game.
Way
Everybody in
too
the
much.
group told him 40 pages was way
Yes,
too much.
He needs to bring it down.
80 pages for
Bring
a
it down.
two-player game? What was he doing?
I
What
don't
was
know, but he needs to
that?
bring it down.
Ugh.
Red Lover said Rodney is going to answer whatever questions you have. Yes, he
Yes,
does.
he does.
9 times out of 10, he
Yes,
will.
he does. But at the end, sometimes he says, well, there's some solo rules and something else. I'll let you find that on your own. I was like, no, Rodney. I need to know what that is, too.
JJ said, Dinosaur Island seemed way intimidating from my initial rulebook read attempt.
Me too.
After laying the game out and going step by step, it turns out not to be that difficult.
No, it doesn't.
I totally
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah, I
Dinosaur
totally agree.
Island was a bit much. Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, you go through the rule book, and then you say, oh, it's not, now I know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you just got to just get through that rule book.
Yeah, Marnie said,
Ooh.
I love going to cons to learn how to play games.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marnie and her daughter Shelby joined us at BGG Spring
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
And her and Shelby were hitting up every how to play table, every demonstration table they could find, which I thought was great because it was their first time going to a convention as big as BGG, and they took full advantage.
Yes.
And everybody should.
Yes, and I do. I love
Yeah.
to go to cons and stuff, and like little game days so people can teach.
Yeah.
And I love when they can teach.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love to get to teach. Yeah.
Oh, now Andrea said
No.
something.
What did she
interesting.
say?
She said, I like to go back and reread the rule book. The rule book after we've played through. It's not uncommon to pick up something I missed the first time.
Oh God, yes.
Yes, that
oh,
happens
God,
a
yes.
lot.
Oh God, yes.
That happens a lot.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then you got to go back. When I find that out, ugh,
Well, let me tell you too.
I have to go back and tell her, Starla, I think we missed this on the last game. Oh, Mick, why you do that? Oh, you like,
I
oh.
do not do
yeah,
that.
you do.
But you
I
know
was like, what? I thought you were reading the rules right. I'm like, I'm trying.
He's the rules guy.
I'm trying. Yes, I missed that rule, but come on.
He's the rules guy.
It's so many
He's got to get the
rules.
rules right.
It's so many rules.
But you know what? We've played games where we've missed some things in the rules,
Yeah.
and you can feel it in the gameplay.
You can?
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
we've had games where you feel disconnected or it feels disjointed. We
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about that.
And then I know
Yeah.
sometimes you say, well, yeah, Mick, I
Something's
can
not
understand.
right.
What it didn't feel right.
didn't feel
the
right.
game was too easy.
Yeah.
Because it's something like you say, wait a minute, this
Yeah.
game was too easy. Then we go back to the rules and
Yeah.
like, oh,
we
that's
missed
what.
it.
Yeah.
So rereading, revisiting.
Yeah.
Don't think you've got it the first time around.
Yeah.
You need to go back and check your gameplay and what you did against the rule book to make sure you get it right. And that's the work that you got to put in. That's why
Yeah.
I ask, is it the rules? Because again, when we're trying to talk to people who are not gamers, and if we come pulling out an 80-page, like Blaine was talking about,
Yeah.
80-page rule book, those people are going to walk away and think we're crazy.
They're going to think we're crazy. They're going to think we are insane.
Shaw from Neon Yellow Games. Player sheets are a must in a lot of games. I've
Yeah.
seen player booklets for Harry Euro games. Lacerda games is known for that. Yes.
Lacerda games are
Yes.
totally crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, we
But
met the
you
man
need
himself,
it.
so yeah.
Publishers need to invest in
Yes.
player aids.
Yeah.
Now, here's another problem I have
What?
with, I guess it's rule books, but also with designers. There is no encyclopedia per se where we can define what their iconography stands for.
Oof.
Because every publisher and designer comes up with some different iconography
Yeah.
that we like, what is this? What does this mean?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of things I think are universal, like the infinity sign, which means you can get it more
Yeah.
than once.
And the hand.
In the hand that you're getting something.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's like, why can't you guys just come up with iconography that's universal, so that would make it easier, because a lot of games deter me when I got to sit here not only and learn the rules, but I got to know the iconography. Now, what does this little thing stand for again? What does it stand for again? And that's annoying.
Yeah, and when the game is based on just the iconography, woo, Lord, you go to the sheet 101 times.
And that's
like,
part
wait a minute.
of the rules. People don't want, especially new people. And I think that's been one of our biggest problems, trying to get more people involved.
It's the rules.
It's the rules.
It's the rules.
Because you got to sit down and learn. You have to make a commitment to this hobby. To say, I'm going to take my time and learn this game. You've got to make a commitment to your gameplay, to your fun. And some people don't have the time or want to invest the time.
True.
So now I put it on publishers and designers. Make your games, game rule books, easier to understand and easier to follow, so you won't be a barrier to entry for your game. Some of these games people are not going to buy because I don't want to read through that. I'm going to go back and give me another card game. I'm going to get something simple.
Yeah, because like his one game is Ants, right over there. Ants. Ants is kind of I think it's heavy. I think it's medium, leaning toward the heavy, really heavy. And W. Eric Martin of BGG did a video on it. He did, it was 2 pages, the back, and then I think it's like 2 or 3 pages of iconography, period.
Whew.
Nothing but iconography for 2 pages. And then he said that wasn't all the definitions for a lot of iconography in the game. And I was like, what the devil? So yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot when you have that
let's see
much.
what Cora Lou said. Cora Lou said, I enjoyed Pergola.
Yeah.
But it was one of those games where they can teach you the basics up front, but then you have to go through so many details because every one of the mini bits scores differently.
Yeah.
See, that's annoying for some people.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Again, you gotta make a commitment. And
Yeah.
some people don't want to invest that much. They want it simple.
They don't do that much.
And then Blaine said, Oh My Goods, which I love,
Yes.
is famous for not being a good game until they revise the rules so you get to run all your engines on that last round, which elevated it to being a great game.
Well, we kind of liked it before it did that, though.
Yeah.
We were kind of, we were in...
I don't think we don't have the... Do we have the
No, we have the updated. We did it
Okay.
after that, yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
they
okay,
put it
yeah, that's
out,
right, they put it up,
and then we played it, when they did the updated rules, yeah.
Yeah.
But, but we had to, we were mad that you only get like a couple of buildings. I think it's like 6 buildings. It's been a while.
Yeah,
but you only get so many buildings to build. So we did house rules so we could build some more buildings, Oh My Good. So we did a little house rule.
We
threw
don't
that
like
in
to
there.
do that too often.
Yeah, we don't like to do that
Anthony
too often.
Estrada says sociopath.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Anthony.
Yes, we do.
Matthew Rose says, I completely agree with Mick and Starla. The rule book should be catered to the complexity of the game, and I need visuals and examples of situations.
Yes.
Yes.
When you make your rule,
that helps.
Yeah, when you make your rule book like a textbook in school.
Nobody wants to do that.
We got some issues.
I didn't want to read textbooks when I was in school.
We got issues.
Red Lover said, I know it's not reasonable, but I wish there was a how to play for every game. We do too.
We do too.
And that's what we said earlier.
We do too.
Publishers need to invest in getting that designer and his team or their team to do a video explaining directly how to play. Yes, content creators can do it, but a lot of times they don't get it to the right content creators. They don't get it out in time, or they don't want to pay but one content creator. And we have to trust that they're doing it right. I think they should do it from their own house. From the
now,
sometimes
house. We see content creators that get it wrong and start saying, wait a minute. They got that wrong, Mick. I'm like, oh, look.
And they have to go do a correction. Yeah.
And then sometimes they don't even correct it.
Yeah.
It's just that mistake is out there forever. And you're like, that's not how you do it.
We've seen it happen.
Yeah, we've seen it happen. But and you see people that come and say, nah, you were wrong on this one. So, yeah.
And we've made mistakes, especially with the playthroughs. People call us out.
Yes, we make mistakes too.
Because again, when we're doing these playthroughs, we probably, read the rules several times and only played it once or twice before we have to sit down in the front of the camera and do it, which is hard sometimes.
St. Corey was a mess. St. Corey was a mess.
But we played it so much
Yes,
because we liked it.
Yes.
We really liked it.
But we messed up that one time, and then we had to go back and play it a couple more times to get it right, and then we finally got it right.
Anthony Estrada said, I would say that a heavy rule book has a higher chance of not fitting everyone's needs and expectations.
That's true.
The heavier the game, the harder to set the rule book. Okay, I think. Okay, that's a good observation. Then he also said, what I hate is a really easy game with an unnecessarily complicated rule book.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, I think, go back. Lisa, you had a question?
No, it's not a question. It was Monica said, raise your hand for those of you who had been subjected to Monopoly as a kid.
Yes. I played it. I played Monopoly as a kid.
I'll raise my hand. Raise my hand.
Shot from Neon Yellow Games. Games that have player aids on the board itself is helpful.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Or have enough for everybody to pass around. We've had games that's a 4-player game. They give you 2 player aids.
They give you 2 player aids, or just give you 1 with 6 people.
And then you got to go make copies or pass it around or whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
Lori said, Monopoly is a first step for most children and families. They have introduced some new variations that are fun and shorter. We like Monopoly Deal, yes, and Monopoly Chance, and Monopoly Knockout. I love Monopoly Deal.
Now, Deal is fun.
I was
Deal
pleasantly surprised.
Yes. I bought it just on a whim.
Yeah.
You know, I bought Monopoly Deal.
Stop it.
I bought Monopoly Deal on a whim, and we played it, and we're like, wait a minute, this is fun.
Yeah.
So, we played it a lot of times, and now that is permanently in our collection to be played.
Now
Yes.
I'm going to read Blaine's comment. He said to JJ, he said, that happens especially when you're new. Gloomhaven was daunting, but Jaws of the Lion was better
Yes.
entry point and made it understandable.
Yes.
Well, when we started this channel a time ago and we were working with Cephalophair Fair Games, even before we started working with them, every time Mick would mention Gloomhaven, I'd always go, Gloomhaven.
Yes.
That game is scary.
But it's
too
cool,
much.
though. It's a lot.
But Mick loves it.
I love
Brad
it.
loves it. I'm not a fan, and Isaac
Jaws of
knows
the
that.
Lion. Jaws of the Lion makes it a little bit.
But
Jaws of the Lion makes it a little bit easier.
that's a lot going on.
And then Frosthaven is big too.
Yeah.
You know, so
Those boxes are ridiculously huge.
They are ridiculously
and that's
humongous.
scary. So, see, I would never ever even take a box that big to one of our pop-up shops.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna scare people
No.
because they're gonna think we're straight crazy.
But then the thing is, it's a lot of big box games.
I know, but we
lot of
won't
them.
be introducing those. Because sociopath, we're not going to
Yes.
be introducing those.
There's
to
a lot
people.
of big box
They're gonna have
games
to
out
discover
there.
those games on their own. And we found when we did the pop-up shop a couple of years ago for the Christmas pop-up shop.
Yes.
We brought in some big box games. They didn't sell.
They didn't sell because, I think
No.
just the intimidation of like, oh,
That box is
it
too
must have a
big.
lot of rules in there.
Yeah.
We had to tell them, no, it's pretty, Ticket to Ride.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good rule book, and it's not that bad because there's 1,001 content creators up there that got how to plays on there. So Ticket to Ride is very much covered.
Yeah.
But then they just saw the box and said,
Now, mind you, we're
No.
talking about boxes, not the big Ticket to Ride. We're talking about the 2-player ticket, the
little
small
city.
box.
Yeah, the city
Ticket to
city
Ride,
series.
and games the size of Creature Comforts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think about bringing something as big as Gloomhaven.
No.
The other boxes scared them. So we really are more successful with small
Yes.
card and dice games
Yes.
that we can explain on the fly.
Yes.
Because this is what you have to do. 1, 2,
And
3.
it's not too many hard rules because
Yeah.
the excellent one, Flip 7.
Flip 7.
That is so
Easy.
easy, and it's so many people that I've introduced Flip 7 to that are not really gamers that are playing it, and I see them playing
Yeah.
it, and they tell me, "Hey, we got Flip 7 because we were at a dinner, with some of my coworkers."
Yeah.
And someone at the table heard us talking about Flip 7, and they bought it right then and there.
Bought it.
They bought it right
on
then and
her
there.
phone at a dinner. That was
Yes.
2 weeks ago.
That was
not
2 weeks
this-
ago,
Not
yeah.
this weekend, but 2 weeks ago. We hang out a lot with your
Yes, we
coworkers,
do.
so-
Yes, we do. But they said, "Ooh, I bought the game." So I was like,
go
"Hey,
back up. Mimi had a thing.
No,
Oh,
it's
so-
something you already
okay.
read before.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Okay, thank you.
what else we got?"
Oh, sociopath. We did that one.
Oh.
Okay, right here.
Right there?
No,
Okay.
Coralu.
Coraloo, go back to Coraloo. Right
Whether,
there.
Now, whether you can believe them or not is another issue. Okay, that was with Marnie's comment. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, Blaine said, I don't like player aids that are full size of the rule book. They should be smaller, preferably card size. Yeah.
I don't. Sometimes you need a bigger
Well,
player aid.
maybe half a
because,
page.
sometimes you got to explain those iconographies.
Yeah,
you
maybe
got to
half
do the
a page,
iconography. So,
and then you can have both sides.
yeah,
Yeah.
you still need, some. But let me tell you, I have to give it to Galactic Cruise. Galactic Cruise, now, their player aid is kind of like a little mini rule book, but you kind of need that for the heaviness of Galactic Cruise. And then when you get it, it's it's called like a little manual, but it's needed. And I do give a whole lot of credit to the folks that made Galactic Cruise because It is a good rule book, and then even the player aids are excellent. So they went all out for the game. So I really give them props for that. I do.
Yep. Okay.
I give them props for that.
But yeah, so that was my thing. So when you are talking to people about board games, especially if it's not something that's really simple and gateway, warn them ahead of time.
Yes.
Because the last thing you want is somebody to buy a game and it sits on their shelf because they couldn't understand the rules.
Yeah.
And I actually met a lady that we sold a game to. I was at a chamber meeting.
Yes.
And I met her and I was telling her about what we do. And she was like, "Oh, I bought a game from you guys." I said, "Oh, you did? How did you like it?" She said, "Oh,
it's still sitting there.
I haven't opened it yet."
Come on.
And I forget which game it was. It was one of those, which I thought was easy. And I thought we explained
it. Was no thanks.
Was it no thanks?
I think you said no thanks.
And she just hasn't even opened it. They get afraid. And see, we're selling the no thanks in the big box. We had some of the hanging tag ones.
Yeah.
The box it's just cards, a few tokens. And I really hate that people get
Yeah,
scared.
me too. And we try to tell them.
Yeah.
So we try to tell them hard.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Open up the box. Check it out. Just don't let it sit on your shelf. And we keep telling them, don't let it sit on the shelf. Take it down. And just look at it.
And we tell them to go to
YouTube.
YouTube. Go to YouTube.
Because you gave them like a sheet of places. Like Starla made a sheet where if you buy the game, you can, she has somewhere where you can find where somebody's teaching that game. So, I mean, it's no excuse.
Yeah, so we have these sheets. Every game that we have in our inventory, I found a video that I thought was really good to help them learn.
Yeah.
So I put that in there. So the what is it called? The website or the HTTP is there.
Yeah.
So
Link.
The link. You can go there and find it. I guess we have to do QR codes for every game going forward.
You got to.
I have Greg do some QR codes.
But a QR code goes there.
Yeah.
Because it's not that hard.
It can be.
It can be.
It can be.
Because
it's hard for us, and this is what we do.
Yeah.
It's hard. And I understand it's hard for people to get these rule books. I do.
Yes. Oh, someone bought Corlu said someone bought Galactic Cruise brought Galactic Cruise to the con last month and had to bring it in a rolling wheel suitcase. Apparently it's a big heavy box. Yes, it is.
She said she didn't have a chance to learn it though.
Yes, it's right over here and it is big. It is big. Yes.
And Cody said YouTube is the best way for people to learn the rules.
Yes.
You're so right, Cody.
Yes.
It is the best way.
Yes. I would say Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion is one game that is in my self-shame. The sad part is I played other Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion copies, but not mine. Really? Okay. You got to get yours off. Monica said, I am quite sad that there isn't enough multicultural presence at cons I attend. True. Most of the people are white, even in Norway, as we are becoming quite a multicultural country. Okay.
Well, I mean, we have the same issue.
We have the same issue.
Even here in the States.
Yeah.
Even with our diversity here, we don't see a lot of diversity at conventions. And I think that's why we were droning on and on about Grand Con, because that was one convention where we saw a lot of diversity with children, people of color, the LGBTQ community.
Yes.
Just all of those people were there.
Yes.
And people were playing together. And it shouldn't matter what walk of life you are from. We're here to play a game.
Yes.
Let's play together. And then maybe you'll learn something from people from different cultures.
Yes.
But Monica, it's so right. I would love to see a more multicultural convention. And we're working as hard as we can to try to make that happen.
Yes.
And I really, like I tell Mick, I'm trying to take a little credit, or we're trying to take a little credit for what's going on with Grand Con, because a lot of the people who come to Grand Con who are from the BIPOC community and the LGBTQ plus community have come because of our suggestion.
Yes.
And Arwen being one, because we told
Arwen, we said, Arwen, you better come.
Arwen, you gotta come
bring Allie too.
To Grand Con.
Yes.
And we met Shah from Neon Yellow
Yes.
Games. Met him at Grand Con, and some of our other people that come. And so we feel good that we can help bring in multiculturalism to conventions, because it just makes things better.
It makes things a whole lot better.
It makes things better.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you go to an ice cream shop, you just don't want vanilla.
No.
And you just don't want chocolate.
No.
You want all.
You want all the colors of the rainbow.
You want all of it. So
yeah.
All right, Greg, roll down.
Mimi said, I've seen content creators say, turn on the Klingon subtitles. Never tried that. Might give that a try. Yeah, they said if they mess up something, turn on the Klingon subtitles. Yeah.
We never say that.
We never say that.
We don't have any Klingon subtitles.
We don't do all that. We don't do all that.
We don't teach most times.
Yeah, we don't do all that.
One more. Okay. Oh, that's a lot.
It says, Monica said, I have flag counters on my BGG profile. It's always fun to see which new flags are entered into my collection. Okay.
Then Lori said, BGG forums have helped us clarify rules, and designers often reply.
Yes, they do.
Thanks to, thankful to have all the resources available out there. That is, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think people get it, that this is a very cerebral hobby.
Yes.
And it's an intellectual hobby, because you just can't sit down and start playing. It's not a plug and play hobby. And I'm not putting down video games. Don't look at me, Grant. But video games, most people can just, buy it, figure out a few things, and start playing.
It's plug and play.
You can't do that with rule books.
No.
There's an investment of time and effort when you sit down at that gaming table.
Well, now I do like some games that have a tutorial, like Bum Busters.
Yes.
They have like 3 tutorials that kind of bring you into the game and kind of show you
And
the different aspects.
There are tutorials. They are the first 3 missions, but they just introduce the content.
Yes.
Drip fed.
Yes. They drip feed you, what the
Thank
rules
you, Grant.
are.
Drip fed.
drip fed. But I do love how they just kind of bring you on slowly into the game.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. And I think that's
good.
one of the reasons why Bum Busters have done so well.
Okay, Ivan said, like Mick said before, the icon on some of the games are hard to understand.
Yeah.
A good example is the game Race for the Galaxy. A good game, but the icon on the cards can be hard to understand.
Yeah, and that's why at first we had Race for the Galaxy and we gave up on it. I sold it off because I was like, it's too hard. And we got Roll for the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That was a little bit better.
It
was a little bit easier to learn. But now, if we go back to Race for the Galaxy, we'll be okay.
Right now.
Yeah. But you gotta have explanations of those, the icons.
Yeah.
Because another game is Star Realms. Star Realms have a bunch of, icons on those cards that you gotta figure out what's going on.
And funnily enough, the Star Captain Starla card, which was from our Kickstarter, as well as being sold on the BGG store, also has a custom icon specifically.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I'm gonna show it on stream.
Yes, and you have to explain, and for a while we didn't know what it was, but then they had to tell us, this is what Starla's card is about. And we're like,
the Star Captain Starla card has a thing which applies her to any faction.
Yeah.
So she's not aligned to one faction.
She's a mercenary. She's a mercenary.
It's not a mercenary, it says hero.
She's a hero mercenary.
I am a captain.
You're a hero
I'm
mercenary.
the captain now. No, go back to Blaine. Blaine had a really good comment.
Right.
Blaine said, we make friends as kids through play. Why shouldn't that work for adults?
That is true.
I don't know, Blaine.
I don't know.
We get up here as adults and think we can't play. And you are so right. Most of the people you make friends with, especially in school, you played with them, whether it was kickball or on a sports team or something. Yeah, play is very important.
Yes,
Yeah,
and to go back to what Lori said about designers being into the chats for BGG forums.
Yeah, she just said
they are in there.
Yeah.
Because I have some that say they kind of like kind of stalk their game just to see who says something so they can be there to answer. Yeah. So yes, I've seen that a lot.
Corlu said, to be fair, people's skill levels might not yet match the games they want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to advise people to keep a game on the shelf for a bit that they found too heavy while they played easier.
Yeah.
Great advice.
That's good advice.
This is true for me especially because I see people at conventions that are usually new to the hobby and then they'll pick up the game that looks cool to them, probably from an IP that they like, and then they don't actually understand it.
Yeah, and they get kind of confused.
And they put it away. They go take it back to the library.
And that's why, I wish, I guess when you have a game library or at a game shop or something, that people in that shop really help people find things. Because they'll go up there and say, oh, that's a cool game. It looks cool. And they'll grab it. And Lord, they got a Lasorda game. And they just, the last game was probably, Monopoly. And then they got a Lasorda game because it looks cool on the cover. And like, oh, wait a minute, you're not ready for that yet. So, you need somebody to kind of stop them and say, oh, no. Here's something, what have you played? What do you like to play? You need some guys out there, a lot of guys. We need some guys.
And we've had that experience.
Yes, we had that.
Especially when we first started in the hobby, having games that were way above our level of play.
Yes.
And we had to say, okay, we're not ready for that.
Not ready for that.
Let's do something else.
Yeah.
So that happens. And it starts the rule books. I
Yes,
just think the rule books need to be more user friendly as much as they can.
Yeah.
And we've covered that in the show. Pictures, better iconography, universal iconography.
Yes.
We need to find some universal iconography.
Yeah.
So that we can say, oh, okay, I use this in the other game. I know what this means. Like we were talking about the infinity sign.
Yes.
Or the hands. You know,
the hands,
we need some universal iconography. Grant said, well, just go down, Grant.
Go down.
Which one?
Laurie Larkin, Hasbro has been introducing card games similar to modern games like Snail did. Oh, okay, Kabanga, Beat the Heart. Okay, Take 5. Okay, I didn't know if those were alike. Okay.
Yeah.
Monica, I used to say that games at 2.5 BGG weight were heavy enough for me. Now one of the games I enjoyed the most, which is the heaviest, sits at a 3.92.
Yes.
What happened?
I don't know.
Well, you've gotten better.
You got better. You got better. Yes, you have gotten better. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Monica says, yeah, I thought it was awesome. Oh, she talked about, I got Three Sisters,
Yeah.
Motor City, and French Quarter
Quarter
that
on
is
the
on the way.
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Motor City, I have that. I got to play that one. French Quarter,
Yeah.
I love that. It's rolling rights. I think it's flipping rights. Starla ain't going to play them. But I do like them. I like them.
Yeah.
And Three Sisters, I played that too. It's pretty fun too. Roller Reggie said, good graphics design is key. Yes, it is.
I totally agree.
Yes, it is.
Especially in the rule book.
Yes, it is. It's very,
Yeah.
it matters big time. And see, what else
Well,
we got?
Cora Luz just said right under Blaine's comment, after you've increased your skill level, try and play again. Don't be afraid. Playing games really does give you skills.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yes, it does.
It really does. As you play more, it's like with anything. As you play more, the better you get. But still, even as an experienced player, if that rule book does not explain itself well,
Yes.
you're going to put that game down. And we've had to put games down even recently where the rule book wasn't there. It was like, we're going to have to come back and we got to go figure it out. And then we just like, let's play something else.
Yes.
Why? I don't want to waste my 2 or 3 hours of gameplay trying to figure out this rule book when I can play something else.
Yeah. Matt Riddle, he's pretty cool. Yes, I like many of his games. Matt Riddle, he's really cool. So go down, Grant.
I think that's it.
Oh, down.
Nothing
Oh,
down.
nothing else? Okay, well, let's see what else.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, everybody, that was the discussion today.
Yes.
Is it the rules? And a lot of times it's yes.
Yes.
It is the rules.
It is the rules.
Because that's where you start. You
Yes.
got to get that rule book out. You got to jump into it, figure it out before you
Yes.
can play the game.
It's a
So-
pretty good. That was a good discussion,
Yeah,
though.
it's
Yeah,
true.
it was a good
And thank you
discussion.
guys for all the wonderful
Yes,
comments. Yeah,
yes.
I mean, it's just so we understand as a community that we run across these same problems. So it's not just you.
Worldwide.
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 We run across these
Yes,
same problems, whether you're
worldwide.
in Norway or in Washington State or in Hawaii or New York or Texas. We run across the same
Yes.
problems.
Same problems.
Yeah.
Problems. And we just struggle with the rules.
Yeah, struggle with the rules.
But that's the one thing you got to do to play this game.
You got
to
to
do it.
It's an investment.
Yeah. So Starla, okay.
Wait a second.
What?
Okay.
What?
Blaine's dad.
Oh,
joke
it's
of the
here.
day.
It's
All right,
here.
Blaine, what we got?
He said the adjective form of metal is metallic,
Okay.
but that doesn't work for iron, which is ironic.
Okay. Yeah. That is true. Yeah.
I
That's a
got
good
you.
one. That's a good one. That is a
Because
good one.
IC is not the same.
That is a good
Because
one.
I say thank you, Blaine, for that joke.
Thank you, Blaine.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
Yes.
I hope this discussion helped you, figure out some of
Yes.
the rule books
Yes.
and some of the things that bother you with rule books and some of the things that you can help other people with about the rules.
Yes.
So that we can help cultivate this community, grow it, and get more passionate
Yes.
board gamers in the hobby.
Yes. So wait, Corbin said, I still say publishers should give their games to people and ask them to set up and play by learning only from the rules to see if it's possible before publishing.
Oh, wow.
And many do that. Many do
Yeah,
that. Not enough.
That's interesting. Yeah,
Not
I like
enough,
that.
but many do that.
And then
I like
Ivan
that.
said rule books should also have examples in them for players to follow.
Yes.
I totally agree.
Yes.
Matthew has a question. Does a 50-plus page rule book turn you off on a new game, or are there types of games that you will endure the learning?
I think
that's a good question.
A 50-page rule book, the game has to be really good or have a really good, designer or a publisher that we really like for me to kind of dive into a 50-page rule book. And hopefully they have a how to play out there somewhere.
Well, let me say
They
something
gotta have
about
it.
the 50 pages.
Yeah.
If it's 50 pages because they put a lot of images to go along with the
That
rules,
might be okay.
that would probably work. But
Yeah.
if it's just straight text and you got to read through 50 pages, oh God, no.
No, we ain't
No.
doing that.
No,
We're not doing that.
no.
And Corley said, how do you feel about Wingspan's intro guide that takes players through the first few turns? Love it. That is so
Yes,
cool when they
yes.
put that in. I think a lot of games should do that, and that's just like Bomb Busters that did the the 3 missions, the early 3 missions
To
that
make it easier.
kind of walk you
Yeah,
through.
yeah, make it
And I
easier.
think that is really, really cool. I love that.
I want to end it on this one. Matthew said, "Bad rule books are a sign of."
That's Blaine Matthews.
I'm sorry.
Blaine.
Who did I just say?
He said Matthews.
I'm sorry,
Blaine.
I'm sorry, Mathers. Okay, Blaine said, "Bad rule books are a sign of insufficient playtesting."
True.
I totally agree.
I truly think that. Yes.
That's a good note.
That's
to
when
end
you're
on.
rushing.
Yeah,
They rushing.
yeah.
They rushing.
So got to do better, publishers.
Yes.
And
All right.
designers.
All right, Starla. So where can they find OFPG?
Well, if you're looking for no.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Upcoming events.
Rewind. Rewind.
All right, upcoming events. What we have going on next on our calendar
Yes.
is going to be Meeple-a-thon in Kansas City.
Yes.
That's in November. I don't have the dates because you didn't write them down for me and I forgot. But we're going to be at Meeple-a-thon in Kansas City. We're excited about that. We're taking a break for the next few months from cons, just trying to keep moving in and get our house in
Still
order
getting
and
our
all the
house
stuff
together,
we're trying
yes.
to do. And then next week, everybody, we will not be here.
Yes.
But yeah, Meeple-a-thon 2025 is happening November 14th, 15th, and 16th in
Yes.
Kansas City.
Yes.
Okay, 14th, 15th, and 16th in Kansas City. So if you're in the area, we want to see you there. Or if you want to come down from Nebraska and go down, it's only a 2-hour drive.
Two-hour drive.
Yeah,
That's
Nebraska,
it. That's it.
from Illinois or any place that's close by. But back to what I was saying, we will not be here next
Yes.
Sunday.
Next week. Yes.
Yeah.
It's be an off day.
Yeah.
Off day.
I have a work function event that I have to go to, and I have recruited my husband and my son.
Yes. We have been recruited.
To come help me with this event. It's a big event for us here in Nebraska, at least for the company I'm working with. So yeah, I've recruited them. So instead of us just throwing something together to put it out there, we don't want to do that. So
No.
we're just going to take a break and then we'll come back. And then the next week is a big one for us because it is our 300th episode.
Yes. 300.
Now, I know you go to the channel, we've got probably about 500 videos, but I
Yes.
just mean the episodes that we do on Sunday. We
Yes.
call them our numbered episodes.
Yes.
We're not counting playthroughs. We're not counting previews. We're not counting OFPG voices.
Nope.
We're not counting anything in our OFPG preview team. With that pushes us to the 500 mark almost.
Yes.
We're talking about just the videos that we do every week with you guys and that we put out. We're at $2.99 today. We're going to be off next week,
Yes.
but the next one will be at 300.
Yeah, Corlu said, "Laugh a lot." Okay, but have a good rest of the Mick month.
Oh my
See you
God!
in October. Yes.
No, Corlu.
I got one more week. One more
He
week.
got
of
one
Mick
day.
month.
One day.
I only had one day. I had a couple of minutes.
Thank
Yes,
you,
but we're
Marty.
gonna miss you guys. But we'll be right back.
We'll be
We'll
back.
be right back.
So just forget next week, but
Yeah.
the next week we'll be back.
We're gonna be
And
right
come
back
on.
and keep
Come
doing
on.
stuff. We're gonna keep doing stuff.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Have a great
Oh
week.
no, we're not done.
Oh, sorry.
Where can you find RPG?
Well,
come on.
If you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
Yes.
you can find us on Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram,
Yes.
Blue Sky,
Yep.
Threads,
Uh-huh.
TikTok,
Yes.
on our website,
Yes.
and right here on YouTube.
Right here.
And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska,
That's local family.
you can find us on Cox Channel 22.
Yes.
11:30 Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. And we're also in the movie The Hobby, Tales from the Tabletop. It's on streaming platforms, Amazon Prime, and also Apple TV. So check out The Hobby if you haven't already.
And subscribe, family.
Subscribe.
Get
Tell
your
a
people to
friend.
subscribe. Tell folks. Be out there. Spread us all over the place. But subscribe. Do that. Hit the little subscribe button. And also hit the notification button so you know when we
Yes.
come on. So like, oh, they got something going on. Got a
Yeah.
playthrough. Got something going crazy. So yeah, find us out. But always know, family. Always know. We love you. Bye now.
Everybody.